every time you're seeing this. So if you are a high achieving woman who can run entire teams, you manage complex projects, you show up for everyone in your life, but the second you're in a relationship with someone who's hot or cold, you fall apart, this is for you. Is my lighting okay, guys? Hopefully it is. All right. So if you can't stop checking your phone, if you're rewriting text 47 times, rewriting emails, overthinking, conversations are looping in your head, you're wondering what you did wrong when they pull away. If the people who are stable and consistent feel boring to you, but the emotionally unavailable ones feel like the one, I need you to stay right here, okay? Listen to me. This is not about your picker being broken. This is not about it's not about you loving drama or having standards that are too low. Your nervous system has been trained, probably since childhood, to feel safe in survival mode rather than real intimacy. Is my mic on? Okay. Today we're going to regulate that together live so you can finally stop feeling anxiety. So you can finally stop confusing anxiety for chemistry. You can stop performing for scraps of attention, and you can start recognizing what safe, regulated love actually feels like in your body. So I'm going to walk you through some nervous system practices you can use every single time you feel a spark and you need to check if this is real or if this my trauma talking. Okay. So at the end, I'm going to share exactly how to keep doing this work after today. So it's not just a one time aha moment. It's going to be a nervous system shift that changes who you're attracted to and how you show up in relationships. So drop a fire emoji in the chat if you're watching this, even on the replay. And as you're coming in, please hit the like button, even on the replay. That helps push the video out and lets YouTube know, hey, this is good quality content. Okay. So let me paint you a picture and tell me if this sounds familiar. You are the friend. You're the one everyone calls when things fall apart. You're the leader at work. People trust you. They come to you for advice. You hold it together for everyone else. Even when things are chaotic, you know how to hold it together. But then there's him or her, depending on who's watching me. The person whose text messages, they text you just enough to keep you hooked, but not to feel secure. They're affectionate one day and then they ghost you the next day. Or they become extremely distant, even if they're not completely ghosting you. They're extremely distant. Thank you for hitting the like button. They make plans, then they turn around and cancel. They say they're not ready for a relationship, but they still want to see you. What you want to see me for if you're not ready? Okay? And suddenly you become someone that you don't even recognize. Okay. You are obsessively checking your phone. You're analyzing every single word of their last text message or your last conversation. And you're wondering, did I say something wrong? Am I too much? Am I not enough? What do I need to change? Should I text them first? Should I just give in and call them? You're losing sleep. You can't focus at work. Your friends are saying you need to walk away, but you can't. You can't walk away because when they do show up and when they do text back and when they do give you some attention, it feels so good. Mm. It feels like relief, and you're thinking, well, maybe this time they'll stay. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. I appreciate that so much. And guess what? After you say that, well, maybe this time they'll stay. The cycle starts all over. They pull away again. Okay? Hope this is making sense. And this is what you tell yourself: I am smarter than this. I should know better. Why do I keep dealing with this? Why do I keep doing this to myself? Thank y'all for hitting the emojis on the screen. This is what you're asking yourself, okay? But what if I told you this had nothing to do with knowing better? What if the reason stable, kind, consistent people feel boring is because your nervous system was wired, probably very early in life, to associate chaos with connection and safety with danger? What if the butterflies you feel with with emotionally unavailable people aren't butterflies at all? They are your nervous system screaming, this person is unpredictable. I need to monitor them constantly for X, Y, and Z. They are not safe. Excuse me for coughing. Sorry, y'all. So what if you are choosing these people what if you are not choosing these people consciously? Your body is choosing what is familiar, what feels familiar, not what is healthy. Because here's the truth: you are not broken. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they told you. I don't care what your mama told you. I don't care what your daddy told you. I don't care how your grandma used to abuse you. You are not broken. You're not addicted to toxicity, and you're not damaged goods. I don't know who need to hear that. You are not damaged goods. Thank you all for hitting the like button. If you're just joining, my name is Roneshia. I'm an inner healing and deliverance coach. And if nobody has checked on you today, that's exactly what I'm here for. All right. So today we're talking about why you attract emotionally unavailable partners. So your nervous system learned at one point that love comes with conditions, that affection is unpredictable, and that closeness requires you to perform. You got to perform for it. You have to prove yourself, or you have to shrink in order to fit. You have to minimize yourself. You have to minimize your needs in order for this person to stay. Okay? So now, as an adult, y'all, let me get some water. My apologies. So now, as an adult, your body is doing exactly what it was trained to do: scan for what feels familiar and reject anything that's unfamiliar. Okay? And this is even if unfamiliar is unsafe. So the good news is that your nervous system can be retrained. It can be. This is not permanent. Okay? You can retrain your nervous system. So you can learn to feel safety as attractive instead of, oh my God, he's so boring. If you all only knew how many times I've heard that. I've heard a woman say that about a man, a good man. He's so boring. I need to start an argument. Like, I need some excitement. What can I do? Okay? That's wild. So you can stop performing for scraps of attention and start receiving devotion. But it starts with actually understanding what is happening in your body when you feel that spark, that alleged spark. So if this is landing with you, comment the word familiar so I know you're tracking with me. I know right now a lot of you are getting dressed for work or you are on the way to work. Please do not try to comment and drive, okay? And I want you to stay until the end because after I'm done explaining this, I'm going to help you feel the difference between survival mode and safety. I'm going to help you regulate, all right? And maybe another, I don't know, in a few minutes. All right, so let's talk about what survival mode actually is and how it shows up in your dating life and relationships. So your nervous system has one job: to keep you alive. And when you were a kid or in past relationships, it learned strategies that kept you safe. I hope this makes sense. So these strategies are called survival responses: fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. Some of you may remember learning about this in school. So these responses are automatic. They are not conscious choices. They happen in your brainstem, the oldest, most primitive part of your brain, before your brain even gets to vote. They just happen automatically, all right? And this is the thing. This is what kept you safe as a child or in past relationships. But this might be ruining your ability to love in a healthy way now, even to receive love in a healthy way now. So let's break each one of these down, these survival responses. I'm going to tell you how they show up in dating and relationships. And I want you to notice without judgment which is your go to pattern. All right. So let's start with flight mode. Fight mode. I'm sorry, fight. We're going to start with fight mode. So fight mode is the prove yourself response. So this is the part of you that refuses to give up. You refuse to be dismissed and you refuse to let go without a fight. All right. So in relationships, this looks like you arguing for scraps of attention. If this is how I gotta get your attention, then so be it. Okay. So they breadcrumb you. They're breadcrumbing you, leaving a little bit here, a little bit there, and you're hungry, thirsty even for crumbs. So instead of walking away, you try to logic them into seeing your worth. Thank y'all for hitting the like button as you come in. So you send this long text message. You write this long letter. You're explaining why you deserve better. And you're trying to convince them to choose you. Baby, I don't want to be with anybody that has to be convinced that I'm the one. Okay? Also, you over explain yourself. So they accuse you for being too much or too sensitive. And instead of saying, you can leave, you can go if I'm too much, right? Instead of doing that, you spend hours defending yourself. You spend hours proving that you're not crazy. You spend hours trying to make them see you. Thank y'all for hitting the like button as you come in. You also like to chase when they pull away. We don't chase men. We don't chase men. We don't chase people, period. But we don't chase men over here, okay? So they go cold, and then your immediate response is to reach out more. All right? Thank you, D-Town. Thank you so much. Good morning, honey bun. All right. So you text more, you initiate more, because in fight mode, withdrawal feels like a challenge that you just have to overcome. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. It feels like a challenge that you just have to overcome, not a boundary that they need to respect. Okay. And you also, we're talking about how fight mode shows up in relationships and dating. You also perform for love. So you think, okay, if I just do one more thing, if I'm just patient enough, if I just give more, if I'm just understanding enough, they'll finally see me and they're going to stay. They're going to get right. He going to get it together. So now you're performing for it. Are you a circus act? That's my question. Are you a circus act? So here's what fight mode doesn't understand. You cannot earn safe love by fighting for it. You can't. Safe love does not require auditions. It does not require for you to prove your worth over and over and over again, baby. If he can't see what you're worth, leave. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. So, fight mode, this kept you safe when you were little, when you were a child, when you were fighting for attention, when you were fighting for your parents' approval, or when you were fighting for the approval of whoever raised you, right? That was the only way to get your needs met as a child. But now, this is exhausting you and is keeping you stuck with people who are not choosing you. Take a deep breath because I know that was a lot. Good morning, Miss Girl. I can't see your name, but good morning. Such a great topic. I wish I had this teaching. Baby, I wish I had it earlier in life as well. D-Town said, lady, she's speaking facts. Clock it. Thank you. I completely agree. D-Town, it starts with the parents. I completely agree. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. This is my first time going live this early. But if y'all like this time, then I can switch my live time. Okay. So where we at? Okay. So if fight is your pattern, comment fight in the chat. But again, if you are driving to work or driving to drop the kids off at school, do not try to type and talk while you're driving, please. Okay. So now let's talk about flight mode. Okay. So flight mode, this is the one that says, I think this was my go-to flight mode. This was the one that says, I'm going to leave you before you can leave me. She's a runner. She's a track star. So it's the part of you that stays in control. I can't sing. It's a part of you that stays in control by staying unavailable first. All right. So in relationships, this looks like ghosting them before they can ghost you. I'm going to get you before you get me. So when things start to feel real, suddenly you disappear. This was me. You stop responding, you pull away because, baby, I'm going to just go ahead and leave because you're going to hurt me. I'm going to leave before you can hurt me first. Okay. Also, you tend, if you're in flight mode, you tend to fall for people who are unavailable. Now, let me keep going. You like long distance relationships? You'll say things like, well, or they say things like, well, I'm not ready for a relationship, or they're still healing from this ex. Some of them are married. They're emotionally closed off, and you tell yourself, I'm just unlucky when it comes to love. Like, man, it just never works out for me. But really, it's your nervous system picking people who can't get too close. They literally can't get too close to you, right? We have no control over who we attract, but we do have full control over who we choose to entertain. And when you're in survival mode, a lot of times you find yourself entertaining men that you would never entertain. And if you're a man watching this, women, but you find yourself entertaining people you would never entertain if you knew who you were for real, for real. Okay. D-Town said, I'm so thankful that as a woman that I had the love of my father. Oh, the relationship with my father taught. Say that, me too. My dad died when I was 12, but my parents were married. He was in the home. I was a daddy's girl. And I can tell the difference when a father wasn't there. I can tell the difference when I'm in a man or a woman if their dad wasn't in their life. And then there are things that I dealt with because my dad died so early. And it's like I was looking for that safety in a man. Whole nother conversation, honey. But yes, I'm glad I had the love of a father too. And some of these females, you can tell that they hate men. That's a whole nother conversation. All right. So we're talking about, what are we talking about, y'all? Flight mode. All right. So you ghost them before they can ghost you. You often fall for partners who are unavailable. Then you start sabotaging when things get good. So if the relationship is going well, they're showing up, they're consistent, you start picking fights. Like I said earlier, you got to pick a fight. Oh, I'm boring. Or you start picking out flaws. Like you have to go find stuff. Or you start feeling suffocated because flight mode does not know how to stay when things are safe. It only knows how to run. That was me. You also tend to keep one foot out of the door. Thank y'all for hitting the like button as you come in. That helps YouTube push the video out, you all. I think you can also tap the screen and give hearts and emojis and stuff too. All right, so you keep one foot out of the door. You never fully commit. Baby, you keep your options open. You tell yourself you're being smart or you're just protecting yourself. Thank you for giving me the emojis. You say, "Oh, I'm just being smart. I'm protecting myself." Or like I used to say, "Yeah, I'm keeping out. I have options." But you're really protecting yourself from vulnerability, the vulnerability of being fully seen and fully chosen. All right. So here's what flight mode doesn't understand. Running from intimacy does not protect you from abandonment. Running from intimacy is not going to protect you from abandonment. It guarantees it. Flight mode kept you safe when closeness felt dangerous. Maybe because the people you were supposed to love, maybe because the people who were supposed to love you weren't safe, or because love came with conditions or control. And there are people who deal with things I won't get into, like as a child. So that makes sense too, right? But now this is keeping you lonely and it's keeping you from ever experiencing what it feels like to be fully held. Some of you don't even like me saying that, being fully held. You can't even imagine what that would be like in your mind, okay? So if flight is your pattern and you're able to comment flight in the chat. Even if you're watching the replay, comment which one is your go-to down below. So now we're going to talk about freeze and fawn. Okay, this is when you either make yourself smaller so they'll stay, or both of them. They'll make yourself smaller responses so that they'll stay. I'm gonna just minimize myself. I'm gonna just play small. I'm gonna just play dumb so he can stay with me. I used to do that a little bit. I used to do that with everybody though, not just romantic relationships. I used to play like I didn't know as much as I did, or just so they wouldn't get intimidated and stuff like that. All right. So, this is the survival mode of high achieving women who learned early that love comes with conditions. Thank you, D Town, for engaging in the chat, honey. That helps to push it out too. All right. So, a lot of high achieving women, they struggle with freeze and fawn. In relationships, guess what this looks like? Good morning, Katrina. Hey girl, hey. So in relationships, this looks like ignoring red flags. Y'all don't have to admit it in the chat because I already know. I already know. Baby, I would see the red flags. I don't even have an excuse. I was in survival mode, y'all. You ignore red flags. They show you just who they are. That man showing you, he's showing you who he is. Inconsistent, avoidant, dismissive, and you convince yourself, oh, it's not that bad. Maybe I'm just overreacting. I'm probably too sensitive. Oh, okay. Miss said, why does freeze sound like me? Because you probably a high functioning woman. And a lot of high functioning women, they get stuck in this freeze and fawn when it comes to relationships, okay? So you ignore red flags. Also, you overfunction to keep the connection alive. You're just doing the most. You doing the most. You planning all the dates, but he's supposed to be the man. But you planning all the dates. You're initiating all the text messages, all the conversations. Let me tell you something. If a man wants to, he will. Period. Ain't nobody that busy. Nobody. Well, I'm just bit. No, no, no. If he wants to, he will. You're doing all the emotional labor because if you stop, this whole thing is going to fall apart. And deep down, you believe that if you do just enough, if I just do enough, he's going to finally see me and he's going to choose me. D-Town said, I've always been a no second chance person. I have never taken anyone back. Honey, I wish I could say the same. And the thing is, I didn't play games. Like, they knew I meant business because I was a good woman, but I was a good woman who was in survival mode. And I did deal with some bull crap. I did. I ain't even gonna sit on here and lie to y'all. All right. So we're talking about freeze and fawn. You ignore red flags. You over function in relationships to keep the relationship alive. Do we change our nervous system first or our behavior from entertainment? Baby, you have to heal your nervous system in order to change the behavior. There is no way you can change this behavior without healing your nervous system because you're going to stay in the cycle. I have some more videos on this in my inner healing playlist. If you're new here and you're just finding me, honey, just go to that inner healing playlist. Scroll through. All right. So you also shrink yourself. So you stop thank y'all for hitting the like button too. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. Share this out with someone. You shrink yourself. So you stop expressing your needs. You stop setting boundaries. You become whoever they need you to be. Because you're terrified if you don't show up fully. You're terrified, excuse me, if you show up fully, like your authentic self, messy, needy, and real, they're going to leave you. So you put on this persona, whoever they want you to be, that's who you are. Okay? You also convince yourself, this is not funny. You convince yourself that you're just being patient or I'm gonna just give them some space. And then, this mic is very sensitive. I'm gonna just give them some space or I'm giving them grace. You know, God teaches us to give grace. This is what you've convinced yourself. I'm just being forgiving. Jesus forgave us. This is what you're telling yourself. And you're dealing with less than, I'm talking about not even bare minimum. Okay. But really, you are abandoning yourself. That's what you're doing. You're not being patient. You're not being forgiven. You're not extending grace. You are abandoning yourself. You are tolerating breadcrumbs and then you're turning around calling it love. This is what's happening. Take a deep breath. I know this is a lot. If you're just coming in, my name is Roneshia. I'm an inner healing and deliverance coach. And if nobody has checked on you today, this is exactly why I'm here. So today we're talking about why you attract emotionally unavailable partners. It is because your nervous system is in survival mode. And I should say, so of course I put why you attract for the SEO, but it's really why you entertain, because we can't help who we attract. You can attract all type of men, but you're entertaining them after seeing the red flags because your nervous system is in survival mode. Okay. So when we're talking about freeze and fawn, this is what it doesn't understand. Thank y'all for tapping the screen and sending the emojis. You cannot make someone choose you by shrinking yourself. Okay. You can't earn safe love by abandoning yourself. It does not work like that. All right. So freeze and fawn, these things kept you safe when speaking up, of course, as a child. It kept you safe when setting boundaries or when taking up space felt dangerous. Maybe you learned early on that your needs didn't matter. Maybe you learned that love required you to perform or comply or just disappear altogether. But now, brace yourself. Now, this is costing you your self respect. It's costing you your self respect and it's keeping you in relationships that are draining you dry. Your relationship should not be draining you. If you are in a healthy relationship, that thing should be giving you life. You should be becoming better. Okay. You should not be getting drained. I don't care what people tell you about, oh, when you get married, you're together for this many years and then it just all goes to hell from there. That's a lie. Okay. Unless you just choose to receive that. So even when you're dating, courting, whatever term y'all want to use, it should not be draining you. Everybody gonna have problems. Everybody's gonna have issues. Even in the midst of that, there's a healthy way when it comes to disagreements. Don't let people fool you, okay? D-Town said, I got you on the screen tabs. It helped to. Thank you so much, D-Town. I appreciate you. And if you all haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider subscribing if you like all things inner healing, deliverance, nervous system recalibration, okay? Chosen said, people need to hear this. Sharing with some now. Beautiful woman of God. Thank you so much. I appreciate you sharing my live. And it seems like y'all like early morning lives. So y'all gonna make me get up in the morning. Baby, when I tell you I'm a night person, y'all gonna make me change my whole life schedule and get my behind up early in the morning. I've been up since 4 something, y'all. Everything begins with exactly. All right, so where are we at? If you don't know me, y'all, I will. Well, never mind. My brain is just very interesting. All right, so where we at? Freeze and Fawn. So if Freeze and Fawn were your pattern, someone already stated it in the comment. Just type freeze in the chat if you are not driving. If you are driving, do not try to type to me. Okay? But I want you to know, if this is your go-to state, your needs matter. I need you to know that your needs matter. Okay? Your needs matter, your boundaries matter, and you are not too much. Welcome. Nighttime. Yeah. Oh, me too, Chosen. I'm not even gonna lie and be like I get up every time I'm supposed to and pray, because I don't. But that's my current watch time. It switches, but it doesn't switch that much though. Normally it's like an hour between the two night watches when mine switches. But all right, so for some of you, you may find yourself in all three, okay, that we talked about. It just depends on the relationship at the moment. So you may toggle back and forth. But here's what I want you to hear. None of these patterns, thank you all for hitting the like button. None of these patterns mean you're broken, okay? I don't know why that comment got flagged. Okay, 12 and 3. Okay. Mine normally toggles between 2 and 3. All right, so these patterns don't make you, they don't mean you're broken, you all. Thank you for tapping the screen. They make you human. So they make you someone whose nervous system adapted brilliantly to keep you safe in environments where love felt conditional, unpredictable, or unsafe. The problem is these strategies don't work anymore. All right. Please hit the like button as you come in. So these things, they worked when you were a kid and when you had no power. All right. That's why I don't understand how people can just abuse children like they have no power. They're helpless. Don't get me started. So it worked back when you were a child. They worked in past relationships that you had to survive. But now these things, these patterns are keeping you stuck. They're keeping you stuck. Okay? They're keeping you stuck. Again, the good news is we can retrain. You can retrain. I can help you. You can retrain your nervous system. And we're going to start that process today, live, in just a few minutes. If you have to go to work, you can watch the replay, but I'm going to help you regulate in just a few minutes. Before that, we need to talk about the thing that keeps you hooked, even when you know someone isn't good for you. Chemistry. Why you keep going back to that man? Why you can't eat him? And you know, men struggle with this too, but I have more females that follow me. Let's talk about why the spark might actually be your nervous system in full survival mode. And one thing about high achieving women, the women I talk to, a lot of times we don't even know we're in survival mode. I was in survival mode since I was 12. Literally stayed in it for decades, didn't even know, because I'm a high achiever. You understand? So let's talk about the one thing that nobody wants to admit. This electric chemistry that you feel with emotionally unavailable people. I just thought about a specific dude I used to talk to. Y'all, these butterflies, just I can't stop thinking about them. Obsession. The physical pull, the literal physical pull you feel toward them, even when your friends are like, girl, run. And sometimes they can even pick up on you and they just call and text you at the right time with their toxic behinds. But what if I told you that this was not attraction? What if I told you this is your nervous system in full blown survival mode? D-Town said healing the nervous system is so important. I'm telling you, it changes everything. When you heal your nervous system, everything else shifts, period. Everything gets better. Not some things, everything. And I know what I'm talking about today feels harsh because we're taught that this spark is how you know someone's your person. And that's why a lot of people end up in relationships and marriages they were never supposed to be in. They thought the spark was confirmation. We're taught that butterflies equals chemistry. Thank y'all for hitting the screen, for tapping the screen. And we're taught that obsession means passion. But here's what's actually happening in your body. Thank y'all for hitting the like button too. Chosen. See, some of y'all knew y'all don't know who I am in full. Those love spells and charms. First of all, it's gonna come back to bite you. It's gonna haunt you. Let me be nice. But why would you even want to be with someone that you got to put a spell on for them to want you? That's coming against someone's freedom of choice. God doesn't even do that. God lets us choose. He lets us decide. Why would you even do that? Don't get me started because when you mess around with those charms and love spells, please know the enemy is always going to come back to collect. But we're going to stay focused on what this life is about. Meditation changed my life absolutely. Just like people say opposites attract. I'm writing a book called Combative. Ooh, that's good. All right. So when someone is hot or cold, and I have a lot of notes, y'all. I understand if y'all can't stay because you got to go to work. When someone is hot or cold, as you're coming in, please hit the like button. That helps YouTube see that I'm not just on here talking. Okay. When someone is hot or cold, when they give you attention, then they pull away, then they come back, then they pull away, then they disappear. Your brain is releasing dopamine in unpredictable bursts. Dopamine is that reward chemical. Some people call it the feel good drug that your body produces, right? It's what makes you feel good when you get something you want. But here's the thing, dopamine doesn't spike when you get consistent rewards. It spikes when rewards are unpredictable. This is the same neurochemical that is released when you are gambling. Hello? You don't get hooked on slot machines that pay out every single time. That's predictable. You get hooked on the ones that pay out sometimes. Is this making sense? That unpredictability keeps your brain chasing that initial high. Is this making sense? This is exactly what happens when you are in a hot and cold relationship. When someone is inconsistent, he texts you one day, ignores you the next day. He gives you affection one day, withdraws and acts like he can't stand you the next day. Your brain is lighting up like a slot machine. You're not falling in love, and I don't know why people want to fall in love anyway. I need to stand in love. I need to be sober, boo. Okay? I don't want to be drunk in love. But you're getting hooked on the high of trying to win inconsistent affection. Chosen said exactly that's how my intercession worker journey started, friend with the oh wow. Okay. Yes, the dopamine is a real thing. So your brain is getting hooked on this, trying to win this inconsistent affection. So your body feels this as chemistry, the racing heart, the butterflies in your stomach. I can't eat. Oh my gosh, I can't focus. I'm so in love. You're obsessively checking your phone every time you get an alert. Is that him? Oh no. Is that him? Oh no. Obsessive. You are replaying every conversation in your head. And then you're wondering, what did I do wrong? What can I do better? How can I get them back? This isn't love. That's not love. That's cortisol. That's adrenaline. Huh? That's your nervous system screaming, this person is unpredictable, and I need to monitor them constantly to stay safe. Okay? Now, compare that to someone who's emotionally available. Do the comparison. So they text back consistently, they make plans, and they keep them. He just tells you you need to be ready at this time. He might even buy you an outfit to wear, okay? This person is interested in you. He asks questions. He shows up. He don't play games. And if you're a man, he doesn't play games. Okay? What do you feel when this happens? Nothing. Or worse, you talk about this man's so boring. Like, girl, he wanna talk to me all the time and he be asking me how my day was. He doesn't just text WYD no, he actually calls me or FaceTime to me and he's like, how was your day? I only have a few minutes. I'm busy. I've been in the midst of this project, but I wanted you to know, oh girl, he's so boring. How is that boring? But this is what you feel. You feel uncomfortable. You feel like something's missing and you want to run. She's a runner, she's a track star. Then you tell yourself, there's no spark. Like he's nice or whatever, but I don't know, it's just something missing. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling him. Thank y'all for tapping the screen and hitting the like button. I'm just not feeling it. But what's really happening? Calm feels boring because your baseline is chaos. That's why you bored, sis. Okay? If your nervous system was raised on inconsistency, if love came with conditions, if affection was unpredictable, if closeness felt dangerous, then consistency feels wrong every single time. Shanice said, this is what I needed on top of the morning. I know that's right, period, boo. Make sure y'all hit the like button, okay? It feels like the other shoe is about to drop. It feels too easy. It feels like they must be hiding something or they're not just that into you. Okay, so your body rejects it. Your body says, this doesn't feel like real love because love is supposed to hurt and love is supposed to be hard. That's what some of you all think. Love is supposed to make me anxious. Like, this ain't real love. And then you walk away from someone who could actually be good for you, but because your nervous system doesn't recognize safety as love, you out the door. hmm Let me say that again. Your nervous system doesn't recognize safety as love. Okay? It recognizes familiar as love. And familiar, and if familiar was chaos, then calm is going to feel wrong. It just is what it is. So I want you to do something with me right now. I want y'all to think of the last person who gave you butterflies. Think of the last person who gave you butterflies. Butterflies. The one who made you feel that electric spark. Picture their face. Picture their name in your phone, baby. Picture it. Go ahead. Why do they do the hot and cold thing? It could be several reasons. It just depends on the person. He could be in survival mode or he could just be a play. It is too much. I don't know. I don't know. It depends on the person and what they have going on. Heck, I used to be hot and cold myself. I used to do that to men, but I was in survival mode. I didn't trust them. I felt like if I can't trust my mama, why could I trust anybody else? So it just depends on the person. So I want you to picture their face and their name in your phone. Now that you're picturing them, right? I want you to scan your body while picturing them. Just scan. Check and see what your body is doing. Did your heart start racing? Did your chest start getting tight? Are your shoulders tense? Are you upset that I even told you to do that to picture them? Did you start to hold your breath? Did you feel the urge to check your phone? Do you feel the urge to contact them after this live is over? Do you feel like you need to do something just to get their attention? Oh, let me send a text. Well, no, I'm not gonna send a text. I'm gonna just like their post on social media. Okay, I know he goes to Home Depot Saturday mornings at 10 o'clock. So I'm gonna just go to Home Depot and get me some Lysol wipes because I already know I'm a bump into them. Now I want you to ask yourself, was this love? Is this love or is this my nervous system in fight or flight mode, trying to secure a connection with someone who is absolutely unpredictable? I just blocked someone on social media last week. Stop playing with me. Please stop playing with me. Okay? If you're realizing right now that what you called chemistry was actually anxiety, comment cortisol in the chat if you are able to type. If you are not, don't worry about it. But we have to normalize this, you all. Most of us have been trained to mistake survival mode for the spark. Okay? I'm maybe halfway done, y'all. I don't know. I have a lot of notes, but I think some of this stuff is extra. So here's the truth that your nervous system doesn't want you to know. The spark you feel with emotionally unavailable people is not intuition. It's not your body saying, this is your person. It's your body saying, this feels familiar. And familiar is safe, even if familiar is actually harmful, even if it's hurting you. Please hit the like button as you come in. So, real attraction, healthy, regulated attraction, it feels different. So, it's going to feel like warm curiosity, not obsession. You're going to have a grounded sense of excitement, not anxiety. You're going to have the ability to relax and be yourself, all of who you are. He will be able to handle that. She will be able to handle that. You will not have to perform and just be who they want you to be. Okay? You will be able to rest in this relationship. You will have a sense of, I want to get to know you instead of, I need you to validate me. And there'll be this spaciousness, okay, not urgency. And if that sounds boring to you right now, it's because your nervous system hasn't learned to recognize calm as safe yet. But we're going to teach it right now. So we are about to shift in just a moment, and I'm going to walk you through some live nervous system practices that you can use every single time you feel that spark and you need to check, is this real attraction or is this my trauma response? All right. So these are not going to be fix yourself practices. These are not meditations that you have to do perfectly. These are simple body based tools that help you create safety inside so you can stop seeking it from people who cannot give it. Thank you for hitting the like button. But before we do that, I need a favor from you. If this is a landing and if you realize what you thought is chemistry might actually be survival mode, hit the like button It helps YouTube to show this to more women who need it. And drop safe love in the comments if you are able to type right now, not if you're driving. Just type those two words, safe love, because that's what we're here for. Not anxious love, not chaotic love. Ooh, not love that requires you to shrink yourself or to perform. We do safe love over here, okay? Also, if you're not already subscribed, subscribe now. I'm doing more lives like this. It looks like I'm going to be changing to early morning weekday lives because you all like this better. But this work matters, okay? So your nervous system matters, your ability to receive healthy love matters. And again, I have an inner healing playlist where you can find more content like this, all right? So let's regulate together. Where we at? Before we start, I want to set a container for this. Thank you, Donna. Thank you for commenting. So these practices, again, these are not about fixing yourself. Baby, you're not broken. That's something I used to say to myself. I'm so broken. I'd be crying, looking in the mirror. I'm not lying. I'm so broken. Nobody's going to want me. Baby, you're not broken. Okay? So these are about co-regulating with your own nervous system. They're about teaching your body to feel safe, calm, grounded, okay? Not to feel safe just in survival mode. And this is what I need you to know. You don't have to feel anything specific for these to work, okay? I don't want you to stop doing it because you feel like it's not working because whatever fireworks or whatever you thought were supposed to go off didn't. You have to remain consistent. You might feel emotional. You might feel resistance. You might feel nothing at all. All of that is valid. Your nervous system is processing. So if at any point you need to pause this video, if you need to take a break even now, or just watch what we're doing at first instead of participating, do that. There's no right way to do this, okay? So let's begin. This first practice I'm going to give you is called the chemistry check-in. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. It's called the chemistry check-in. So you're going to use this every single time you feel the spark with someone and you're not sure if it's real attraction or if it's your survival system. You're going to do this chemistry check-in. So here's how it works. If you are not driving and you are able to, I need you to close your eyes. Only if you're comfortable and can do so. If you can't, just soften your gaze a little bit. And I want you to, again, think about the last person. Think about the last person who gave you butterflies. Someone who felt electric. Someone you couldn't stop thinking about. Ooh, he was on your heart and mind all day. Picture their face, their name, the way they made you feel. Now, without judgment, you're going to scan your body. This is your chemistry check-in that you're going to do, okay? When you think about them, I need you to notice, is your heart racing? Did it speed up a little bit? Did your chest get tight like you can't breathe? Do you feel constricted? Are your shoulders tensed, raised, or relaxed? Are you holding your breath? Are you breathing shallow? Do you feel like you have to puke right now? You're nauseous out of nowhere. Like you feel anxious. You feel some type of urgency. And again, do you feel the urge to reach out to them, to check your phone, to send a text, anything like that? You're going to stop and you're going to do that. Now, just notice, you don't have to change anything. Just notice what your body is doing. If your body is tense, anxious, or activated from that exercise, you need to name it out loud. You don't have to put it in the chat unless you just want to, but you need to be able to name it with yourself, okay? This might be my survival system, not my soulmate with radar, which I don't like the term soulmate anyway, but Whenever you do this check in, just notice this might be your survival system, okay? So say that with me. Repeat after me. This might be my survival system, not my soulmate radar. Good. Now take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. If your eyes were closed, you can open them now. If you're able to type, even if you have to type under the replay, let me know how you feel, how you felt after doing that exercise. Did you feel relieved? Did you feel emotional? Did you feel resistant, validated? Did you want to cuss me out for even bringing them back to your memory? Okay, whatever it is, put it in the comments. I ain't scared of y'all. Period. There's no wrong answer. All right, so that's practice number one. Practice number two. This is going to feel uncomfortable for some of you, but that's the point. So we're going to practice what it feels like to receive safe, consistent attention. Okay? Because if your nervous system isn't used to it, it will reject it as boring or even wrong. But we're going to teach your body that calm is safe, that consistency is love, and that you don't have to be in survival mode to feel connected. So here's how this works. Sit up a little taller if you're able to, and put your feet flat on the floor. If you need to watch the replay and do this later, absolutely fine. I want you to place one hand on your chest. I don't want to hit my microphone, but place one hand on your chest right over your heart, and then put one hand on your belly. Don't do this if you're driving. Roneshia, I drive with my knees. Me too. That's not good. Okay. So I want you to feel the weight of your hands. Feel the warmth of your hands. I want you to feel the contact. Now we're going to breathe together. So I'm going to count you through it. You're going to inhale through your nose for 4 counts. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. Now exhale through your mouth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. Exhale through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do it one more time. Inhale through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. And exhale through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Now keep your hands on your body, heart, belly. Okay. I want you to imagine, I need y'all to see it, someone who is calm. He's not talking to you to, he's not talking to you like you're his puppet, like you're his slave. He's calm. He's consistent. He is emotionally available. Picture it. I need you to see it. He texts back, or it could be some men on here watching too. So they text back when they say they will. You don't have to worry about that. They make plans and they keep them. They show up. Yeah, they're actually interested in you. For real. They don't play games. They don't hot and cold you. They're just steady. Picture it. Now, as you imagine this person, I need you to notice what happens in your body. Does your body tense up? Do you feel uncomfortable? Do you feel bored? Do you want to run? Did you stop doing the exercise when I told you to picture it? Do you feel skeptical, like, girl, this is too good to be true? Please get out of my face. Okay? If you're feeling any of that, this is your nervous system saying, this is unfamiliar and unfamiliar is unsafe. I don't trust this. But we're going to practice staying here. So keep your hands on your body. Who in the world is calling me an unicorn, baby? This is too early. Keep your hands on your body. Keep breathing. And just let your body soften 5%. You don't have to believe it's safe. You don't have to like it. Just let your body feel it for like another 10 seconds. Good. Now take one more deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And open your eyes if you had your eyes closed. Now, that might have felt weird or uncomfortable, but that is completely normal. Your nervous system is learning something new, and new is going to feel unsafe at first. But the more you practice this, the more you teach your body that calm is not a red flag, that consistency is not boring, that safety is not a trap, the more attraction the more attraction, the more your attraction radar will shift. Sorry, let me say that again. The more you practice this, because when you're talking about healing, it happens in consistency and repetition. So the more you practice these different things I'm giving you, these tools I'm giving you all, the more that you're teaching your body, okay, calm is not a red flag. Consistency is not boring. Safety is not a trap. And then your attraction radar is going to shift. All right. So you won't have to force yourself to choose differently. It's going to be automatic. Your body is going to want different, period. It's not going to be anything you have to force. So if you're able to, let me know how you're feeling in the chat. You can drop a white heart. If you're feeling good, drop it below during the replay if you can't type right now. If you feel uncomfortable, drop like a ghost emoji. If your nervous system is resisting it, drop that brain, that emoji where like the brain, you can see the top of the brain. It's like, drop that one. All right. Now, one more practice. This last practice is for the next time you feel pulled towards someone who isn't choosing you consistently. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. Hope y'all can't hear my stomach growling. Okay. You're going to use this whenever you feel pulled towards someone who is not choosing you consistently. They're inconsistent. So this is a boundary script, okay? It's short, it's simple, and it honors your nervous system. It honors your nervous system's need for safety without making you explain, defend, or convince anybody. So here's the script. I'm going to say it slow for those of you writing it. I need consistency to feel safe. So I'm going to step back here. I'll say it again. And I want you all to even practice saying it with me or repeating after me. I need consistency to feel safe. So I'm going to step back here. Let's say it one more time. I need consistency to feel safe. So I'm going to step back here. Now notice, how does your body feel when you even say that? Does it feel empowering? Does it feel scary? Does it make you sad? Is it all of the above? A range of emotions. Whatever you're feeling is valid, but here's what I want you to hear. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to convince these people, and you don't have to make them understand you. Okay? You just state your boundary and honor your nervous system's need for safety. Period. We don't over explain anymore. If they cannot meet you there, they are not your person. And it doesn't mean they're a bad person, but you deserve someone who makes safety easy, not hard. Does that make sense? So comment boundaries, even if you're watching the replay, if you're going to use this script the next time you need it, comment boundaries in the chat. We're almost done, y'all. Shout out to everybody that was rocking with me this whole time. So I want you all to take a breath, take another deep breath. We just did 3 nervous system practices live together. Let me know how you feel in the comments if you are able to type. Do you feel lighter, emotional, resistant, relieved, hopeful, exhausted? Do you feel like you need a nap and you just woke up because we did so much? Whatever is true, you can drop it. All of your responses are valid, okay? Your nervous system is processing, and that processing, it could show up as tears or resistance or relief or nothing at all. There is no wrong way to do this, okay? So, before we talk about the next steps, I want to reflect something back to you. So, here's what I know about you. Just from the fact that you are still here, you are a high achiever. That's who follows me. High achieving women, okay? So you're a high achiever, you're the strong one, you're the capable one, you're the one that everyone leans on. You are the pillar of your family or even your friend group. At work, you are leading teams. You're managing progress, you're managing projects, you're solving problems. You could be a CEO yourself. You have your own business. You're showing up even when you're exhausted. Someone made a comment on Threads last night and I saw it, and she said, showing up tired still counts. So I replied and said, yes, but when you show up well rested, you have the advantage. Hello? So, with your friends and family, you are the emotional pillar. You're the one who holds space. You're the one who shows up in crisis. You're the one who never asks for help because you've learned that your job is to give and give and give and give and not receive. Oh, you struggle with receiving. Trying to think if I've done a whole live or video about receiving. If not, I need to do that. I think I may have done it though. I'll go look. You can give, but receiving, oh no, no, no. And you're good at it. You are so good at it. But in relationships, you become someone you don't recognize. You overfunction, you perform, you shrink, you chase. You convince yourself that if you just do enough, they will finally see you and stay. And then when they don't, you blame yourself. You find a way to blame yourself. You think, oh, I'm too much. I'm not enough. There's something wrong with me. You're going to find a way to spin the block and put it back on you. But here's what's actually happening. Your nervous system learned to prioritize performance over receiving. You learned that love comes with conditions, that affection is something that you have to earn, and that if you stop, you'll stop being chosen. Okay? So, of course, you're attracted to people who make you work for it. Of course, you're drawn to people who are inconsistent, emotionally unavailable, or hot and cold because that's what your nervous system recognizes as love. I feel like I'm preaching better than y'all saying amen. Oh my goodness. And of course, stable, consistent people feel boring because your nervous system has never experienced being chosen just for existing. It has only experienced being chosen for performing. So when I say choose emotionally available love, I am not asking you to lower your standards. Baby, we have high standards over here. Stop playing with us. I'm asking you to raise your standard for how regulated, cherished, and rested you get to feel. Thank y'all for hitting the like button and tapping the screen. Choosing a calm, consistent partner isn't settling. It's not good enough and it's not boring. It's choosing to stop performing for scraps of attention and to start receiving devotion. Does that make sense? It's choosing to stop abandoning yourself to keep someone else comfortable and to start honoring your own needs. It's choosing to stop letting your nervous system drag you into survival mode relationships and to start building a life where love feels safe. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. And I know that sounds nice, but for some of you, it also sounds scary. Okay? Because if you've never felt safe love, baby, there are people who are married and they've never felt safe love. If you've never felt safe love, then safe feels wrong. So let me tell you what to expect. You are not going to magically wake up tomorrow and be attracted to completely different people. It don't work like that. Okay? You're not going to suddenly feel pulled toward emotionally unavailable. I'm sorry, you're not going to suddenly stop feeling the pull towards emotionally unavailable partners. This is not a light switch moment. It doesn't happen like that. But here's what is going to start to shift. You are going to notice red flags faster. Yep. You'll see the hot and cold behavior for what it is instead of making all of these excuses for it. You're going to feel the urge. When you feel the urge to chase, you're going to pause instead. You won't always stop yourself, but you're going to start to notice the urge before you act on it. You'll start questioning this spark you feel, these butterflies. You're going to start asking, wait a minute, is this attraction or is this anxiety? What is this? Okay? You'll start tolerating less. You're going to start stepping back from people who aren't choosing you consistently. Not perfectly, but more often. Watch and see. And slowly, over time, your body will stop rejecting safety as boring and start recognizing it as home. You all, this is nervous system work. It's not quick, it's not linear, but it is real and it's possible. Comment receiving in the chat if you're ready to stop performing and to start receiving, even if you're watching the replay. And let me take a sip of water. Okay. So if you're sitting here thinking, okay, girl, this makes sense. I see my patterns or whatever, but I don't know how to do this on my own. I don't know how to retrain my nervous system, honey, without falling back into these old patterns. Perfect. That's where the clarity reset comes in. The clarity reset is not another course where you just learn more things and still feel stuck. And this is not that, okay? It's not another program where you just white knuckle your way through trying to choose better while your nervous system is still screaming at you to go back to what's familiar. This ain't that. The clarity reset is a nervous system recalibration experience designed specifically for high achieving women who are exhausted from overfunctioning in relationships and ready to start receiving. So here's what happens inside of the clarity reset, okay? You get daily nervous system practices. These aren't 90-minute meditations that you don't have time for, okay? It only takes a few minutes and it's designed for women who are busy, overwhelmed, and need tools that actually fit in real life. You get a community of women who get it. Now you're able to join my clarity. You automatically get lifetime access to my clarity community. I call it the on demand nervous system spa. You'll get access to that. Okay. You get the support you need as you navigate the discomfort of choosing differently. You get private access chat to me. Now you're not going to use this private access chat as a coaching program. My coaching program is separate. Let me just put that out there. But you do get access to me if you have questions regarding certain things, the clarity reset, the visualization, the breath work, whatever. All right. So you'll be able to DM me that on my website. And all of this, now this isn't the clarity reset, it's not some type of relationship manual. It's not that. It's a nervous system and reset and an emotional detox. Let me make that clear. But when you heal your nervous system, you start choosing emotionally available partners. Okay. Everything gets better. You also get, because I added as a bonus the reset kit a couple of weeks ago. We did a 5-day nervous system challenge on YouTube, and there's a reset kit that came along with that. Well, it was an optional purchase, but now I included it as a bonus inside of the Clarity Reset. So that comes with 5 nervous system audios. Let me see if I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, y'all. It comes with a digital workbook, journal prompts. It comes with a 30-day nervous system tracker. I feel like I'm missing something, but it's all kind of bonuses that you get. Okay, all of this comes with the clarity reset. So you're not just learning about nervous system regulation. You're actually living it. You're practicing it. You're building so much safety inside your own body that chaos stops feeling like chemistry and calm stops feeling boring. Peace and calm will become your baseline. Period. Okay, so you get lifetime access to all of this stuff. This is not about fixing yourself. You are not broken. This is about creating so much safety inside that you stop seeking it from people who can't give it. Okay, this is about retraining your nervous system to recognize, oh, my tag. It's about retraining your nervous system to recognize consistency as attractive, not boring. And it's about building self trust so deep that when someone hot and colds you, your body says, no, thank you. Mhm. I know what safety feels like now, and this ain't it. I promise you, when you go through this program and it's self paced, these 7 days, people are going to start seeing you acting different. Watch and see. Okay. So the clarity reset is available now. The link is in the description. It will also be below this video when I add the comments after I'm done. If you are not ready for that yet, which I do recommend that everybody gets that, but if you're not ready yet, you can start by subscribing to this channel. I'm creating more lives like these. When I get up here, I have a video that I'm going to edit and drop later on. Yeah, later on today, I think. If you like nervous system content, if you want more support as a high achieving woman who is ready to stop performing and receive, consider subscribing to my channel, okay? But if you are ready to go deeper, you're like, girl, everything you said here, stop playing with me. Let me go join this clarity reset. It's a link down below. So I want you to comment safe love on this video, under this video. If you're ready to stop confusing anxiety for chemistry, I read every single comment. I'm going to respond to every single comment. Your comments help me know what to create next, what you need more of, what you're struggling with. If you are one of the channel members, my channel members be so quiet. Y'all don't talk back, but channel members, if you want specific content from me, all you have to do is let me know. Just let me know. Okay. So again, you're not broken. Your nervous system is just trying to keep you safe using old strategies. And today we are teaching it a new way. So I'll see you in the next one. We were on for an hour and 21 minutes, and my goal was 45 minutes. Oops. But I feel like this was a good live. So let me shut this down, and I'm going to go through my other lives that I have scheduled to see what days I can shift it to an early morning live, because that's what you all like. So thank you for hitting the like button. If you have not hit the like button yet, please hit it. Share this with someone, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a good day at work.